Hey everyone, welcome back to a brand new video. My name is Brittany. For those of you who are new, thank you so much if you are a returning friend, and if you're not already subscribed, go ahead and subscribe. And for you not to miss any of my videos, hit that little notification bell. It lets you know when I upload. For today's video, I am kind of excited to film because first of all, I haven't filmed in a bit, and I want to apologize for not having a video up on Thursday. With a lot going on, I've just kind of been in a little slump, to be completely honest with you. There's good days, there's days where I'm just like, I don't want to do anything at all and just sit in bed all day, and I take those days. There's days where I'm just like, I don't want to do anything. There's days where like, okay, I'm gonna do this, I'm gonna do that, I'm gonna be so motivated, you know what I mean? So if you're feeling like how I'm feeling, you're not alone, but I just wanted to put that out there and apologize for not having a video for you on Thursday. When you're watching this, will be Sunday. I have an exciting video that I had been wanting to film for a little bit, and I finally decided to do it today. We are doing my makeup, but from my makeup kit. So that's the little twist that we have here. Also, if you hear noise, everyone is home. So if you hear side conversations, like I said, everybody is home. Okay, so I have my makeup kit back here. I'm gonna use my mascara and stuff like that, my brushes, my personal brushes. I do have my separate kit ones that I have in my little brush belt, but I'm going to use my own just because I honestly don't want to clean them. So I'm going to use my own personal ones. I actually purchased these pair of lashes before I left Ulta. I thought just kind of like to stock up. These are the ones that I currently have for my clients. I mean, if and when we are out of quarantine and stuff, the stay-at-home thing, we will get 2 clients. But as of now, it's going to be makeup on myself. As you already know, I do always prep my clients with the Dermae. I already washed my face and everything, so I don't need to use this today. For moisturizer, however, for myself, this is the one that I'm currently using on a daily basis. Dermae Vitamin C Moisturizer, which I have been really liking. It's very lightweight. Normally, if you are a client of mine, I do always use a Tatcha Dewy Skin Cream. These I actually found at Daiso, so I'm just going to clip my hair back. The only thing that I don't like about this is that they do leave that little imprint, which kind of is sucky. These are the palettes that I have in here. Oh, mind you, I do disinfect all my palettes and everything, so just so you are aware, so you don't be like, she is nasty. No ma'am, I do disinfect it. So okay, I always use this. I always have this in hand. This is just so easy to kind of mix everything in here so we can be very sanitary. Sanitation is the best. So starting with the eyes, conceal with the RCMA. This is the series favorite palette in the shade KO. It's KO 1, 2, 3, 4, and 7. I have this guy to kind of scoop it out. So for my shade, I'm going to use this one right here. I'm going to use my Real Techniques Deluxe Crease Brush. Just grabbing some of the product, and we're going to place it on the eyelid. So basically it's going to conceal some of the veining, some of the little pigmentation that I currently have on my eyelid. And this is what I do on my clients because sometimes they do have some hyperpigmentation. Sometimes I go a little lighter, just depending. This is kind of like my skin tone, so it just kind of evens everything out. See, it kind of just leaves it like a nice clean slate. This is going to be the palette of my choice since I have a couple of them in my kit. I always gravitate towards this one just because I feel like it's very universal and it's very like just every kind of color that you can, just very wearable kind of shades. Use the shade Ginger. So this one right here, and I'm going to put that on my crease. I didn't set my eye primer just because sometimes I do, sometimes I don't. I normally just go straight into it, kind of giving me more of the actual pigmentation of the color. And what I do is kind of stamp it and we just start blending out. I'm going to pick up some more and go on my left eye. Again, we're stamping a little bit, kind of pressing it into the eyelid, and we're blending. Second layer with this ginger shade. My hair is fading so much. It looks so crazy right now. I do have a dye, but I'm kind of like waiting for it to fade a little more so that way the color that I got isn't as purple, but it's more of a magenta shade. So we'll see how it grabs on, but this color right here, like, I don't know what's going on. It's literally having a mind of its own. So I'm thinking of filming that, doing my own hair. I am not a cosmetologist, okay? I am not a cosmetologist. I am, however, an esthetician, but hair stuff is not my thing. I reached out to my hairstylist, obviously, because, you know, she's my girl, and Jasmine, I don't know if you're subscribed to me, but I'm gonna do my hair, and she knows this, and she told me, she's like, you can touch up your own hair, like, you know. That's what I really like about my hairstylist, because she's like super open and honest, and I appreciate the same. But she's like, yeah, just do it. After all of this stuff, hopefully, I might go back to blonde. Maybe, we'll see. Okay, so I have 2 layers of that. I'm just gonna keep on blending. Just gonna keep on blending to kind of diffuse this color. I didn't add any more product on my brush, so I'm basically going to just diffuse everything so that way it's pretty seamless, you know. Now we're gonna add the color called Edges, and I'm gonna use a more tinier brush. I'm using a MAC 217 brush. I'm literally placing that right on the crease of my eye. I'm kind of doing this motion here. This is gonna intensify the ginger shade just a little bit, and I'm going in the inner corner of my eye as well. So I want to know how everyone is doing right now during this time. As you heard me say earlier in the intro, you know, there's days where there's good days, and there's days where it's like slumpy, you know. I just want to let you know that it's okay to feel these feelings. I've actually taken a break from Instagram because I just found myself consistently checking it and just kind of, in a way, comparing myself to others, and like, oh my god, I need to do this, I need to do that, because this person, you know what I mean? For me personally, I try not to compare myself, and I always give that advice to people, but I need to take my own advice, you know. But there's days where I'm just like, fuck man, I need to do this, you know, like, you know what I mean? I don't know if that makes any sense, but I just took a break from Instagram, and I normally do that time to time when I feel like that, like I just feel kind of I should be doing X, Y, and Z, like I should be posting makeup looks consistently, you know. But I have a job, like I have a job, and I make the time for this, like YouTube and makeup and Instagram and all that stuff, and I enjoy it, like I personally love it. But what I'm trying to say is that I took a break from Instagram because I kept just waking up, Instagram, going to sleep, Instagram. Like I was glued to it so much, and I'm like, you know what, I need to take a step back and be present and not do that, you know what I mean? So that's why I'm not as active, if you have noticed. But if you watch my videos and you do follow me on Instagram, that's why I'm a little bit MIA on Instagram. I don't know when I'm gonna go back. I mean, I take like a break for a week or so, and then I come back, but you know, just during these times and days of this thing, like, I don't know. But anyways, we're gonna move on to another shade called Credit, which is this one right here. I'm gonna use the same brush, and I'm gonna place that right on the outside right here. And I'm mainly focusing this on the outer corner of my eyelid. I just want to explain that if at times you're feeling like myself, it's okay to take breaks. It's totally fine. It's a weird time right now, but I don't want to feed into this like negative space kind of thing. Just want to distract you a little bit. I'm gonna go in with a little bit more Credit right here, and I'm tapping this into the outer corner. Use this Bedelium Tools brush, and I'm gonna pick up the shade called Big Wig. And for this, we're gonna give ourselves a little hint of purple. I'm going back with my brush that I used the ginger shade with, and I'm blending this. This has no additional product. I'm just kind of diffusing these shades together. I did go a little bit high on my brow bone area. Like I brought this up really high, but that's why I'm using this brush to diffuse it. And I want to make this a little bit more deeper. I'm gonna go back with the credit shade, and we're gonna put this right on the outside of the outer corner. Again, just kind of tapping this onto the outer corner. I'm gonna go in with a third layer, kind of deepen in a little bit more. I finally took off my gel polish. I've had that gel polish, the lime green color, for a month. Literally took me an hour and a half to take it off, and I've never seen my nails this long in my entire life before. If you know me on a personal level, like you've known me, I'm a nail biter, which is so bad to say, but since I've started esthetician school, I've laid off my nails, which I think that was the best thing that ever happened to me, because or else I would have had bitten nails so bad. So I'm so proud of this moment right here, because girl, let me tell you, it's been hard, but I'm so grateful that my nails are this long. Like, I'm like, wow, I did that. So I'm kind of liking this. I'm actually going to pick up some more concealer. This is a Milani Light Natural 125 color, and I'm gonna put this right on my palette next to here, because I don't want to put it straight on my lid, because that's not sanitary. But yeah, we're gonna use this. I'm gonna use this next brush and pick up the concealer to cut the little crease area. And again, I'm tapping it. You can always look up so that way you can see where it lays down. I'm kind of dragging it outwards, and I'm gonna go back with the shade that we use, the credit, and we're gonna blend this a little bit more. Can diffuse together. And then for the actual lid color, I'm gonna use a shade called Sponsored. So this one right here, and I'm gonna use my finger. I'm gonna use my ring finger, and I'm gonna place it right on top. This reminds me of the MAC blue green pigment. I remember that was like a huge thing, and then Makeup Geek came out with one. I think I decluttered it. I think I decluttered it in my declutter series. Insomnia, I think that's what it was called. Okay, we're gonna do the other eye. I'm gonna speed that through though. I want to clean up. I want a little bit of more purple to kind of come through, so I'm gonna go in with Big Wig one more time, and we're gonna press this in here. Now I'm gonna go in with some eyeliner. I normally use the Makeup Geek Immortal eyeliner. You can see I do scoop it out and I put it on my plate and, you know, just do the wing liner. I also do have my own personal one. This is the Milani Cosmetics Immortal Gel Eyeliner. This is my personal one, obviously. So I dip in here and I just, you know, just do the eyeliner. So I am going to do a wing liner. My eyeliner game has not been strong. I don't know how to do eyeliner anymore, but you know, thank goodness for these little wipies. For mascara for my clients, I always use the I always use the L'Oreal Carbon Black Mascara, which is this guy right here. But because I'm gonna use my personal mascara, I'm gonna use my own. I use a disposable wand on my clients, obviously, because you don't want to cross-contaminate. That is a big no, senorita. My brow bone, I didn't realize that I didn't put one on. I'm going to use my NYX 3 Steps to sculpt. This is in the shade Light. I'm going to use this color right here to put on the brow bone because I didn't do that. I'm not too precise with the brow bone color. Kind of just sweep it on. I'm going to let that dry, and we're going to move on to the brows. Also use my own personal spoolie, but for brows what I use as well is a disposable wand and brush my clients' eyebrows, and then I go in with the sometimes I go in with the pomade, sometimes I will go in with the brow powder. The brow powder from Anastasia. This is the one that I have. I really like this for my clients because it's so versatile. There's like literally every color in here. The two shades that I have for pomades in my kit, these are the only two that I have. This is the shade soft brown and medium brown. I like both of these colors because I feel like I said you can like intensify it by adding more. And I also have the powder to kind of like, if in case one of these don't work, I can always use the powder to back me up. For my eyebrows, I'm going to use soft brown spatula thingy. And we're gonna pick some up. I normally use, for me, of course, you already know, a pencil. I'm sorry, I'm like all over the place right now, but I'm gonna put on my lashes. I use my same ones that I used in my last video. These are the Foam Ink multi-dimensional lash from Lilly Lashes. These are in the Lashes-Mykonos. In my kit, I have here, this is the Kiss Strip Lash Adhesive. This is formaldehyde free and latex free. I always use that on all my clients. Again, I always make sure that the lash is clean and I apply it on, as long as you don't like, you know, cross-contaminate for your lashes. And sometimes I will put the lash glue on a little like lip one and I'll apply it on the lash band. If in case it won't grab on, I have to do it again. That's what I do to keep it sanitized. For mine, I'm going to use my own personal lash glue. This one right here, this is Gaia's kind of one. I don't know, this one right here. We are going to move on to the face. This is what I have for my foundation kit. For my clients, we have some NARS, we have some Makeup Forever, of course, Dose of Colors, my favorite. I have not personally used this on myself, and I'm kind of curious to try how it is. I think we're just gonna use this today because I do have the Dose of Colors on my own personal, you know, foundation for my personal use, and I do have it for my kit. I'm curious to try the Makeup Forever HD one. I mean, I used to have a foundation stick and maybe break out. And if this breaks me out, that's gonna really suck. I didn't prime my skin with anything. I just have moisturizer. And of course, if you want, you can always prime your client's skin. I mean, if they have large pores, I normally do. This is my primer drawer in my kit. I have some powder on here. I have the Smashbox primer, photo finish. We have Makeup Forever. I have the cosmetics one. That was mine. I put it in here because I stopped using it. This is really good. This is my favorite for pores to fill in. This is the Benefit Professional. This is a mattifying primer as well, works really good. And then I have a pro mixer from them. I'm just gonna put some on my finger, and you can use, of course, that you want. You can use your finger, you can use a brush, however you prefer. I have the little cosmetic sponges that you can always use too, that you use on your clients. I mean, that I use on my clients. Really, however you prefer. Sometimes I do use my fingers, and I am gonna use my fingers for this. I'm just gonna put this right here in this area. This is normally where I have my pores, and then on my forehead, so the T-zone area. We are going to use the NARS Super Radiant Booster in this shade called Illuminate. I love this so freaking much. I put it in my kit because it's that good. Put it because people who like to have dewy skin, this is like amazing, or just to like have really just a very amazing product. Unfortunately, they don't have this anymore. This was a limited edition product, which I don't like when NARS does that, because like they know how to market, and it's like, why do you do that? I'm using my Melt Cosmetics Gara brush, and I'm gonna just grab it like this, and we're gonna place it on here. See how pretty this is? And I'm just gonna put it on. I'm gonna look like the Tin Man for a little bit, and I feel like I'm gonna be this shade right here. Gonna pick some up, do this, and we are going to put this on. Ooh, it's a little bit, oh, actually seems fine. And I have enjoyed how the foundation looks applied with a brush, and before I would go straight in with a beauty sponge or beauty blender or whatever. But I find that it looks really nice with the brush. It kind of looks a little bit more pushed into the skin and a little bit more full coverage. I'm gonna actually Google the colors of this palette because I don't know the shade. I mean, but I'll do my best to look for it on Google. This is my personal sponge. I'm just going to press this on to my skin. It's dry. It's not wet or anything, so I'm using this completely dry, just pushing the product and picking up any excess. I normally do a highlighting and contouring of the skin. So for bronzer or contour, cream contour, I'm going to use this middle shade right here. Under eyes, I'm also going to use the shade called, I have some of this on my palette, so I'm going to use some more of this from Milani and put it on my under eyes to brighten me up a little bit more. And we are going to cream contour. I'm going to use my other side of my brush. Again, it's not wet or anything, just kind of meshing this together. To set the under eye, I'm going to use my Fenty Universal Powder, which I absolutely love. I love using this on all my clients because, again, it just mattifies and kind of just sets everything down in place. So that is what we're doing here for the concealer we just put down. This is when I start to highlight because, yeah, even though the skin looks really good right now, I'm gonna highlight with Dior. I'm gonna highlight with the Dior Universal palette, and I'm gonna use the shade Gold, this one right here. I'm really feeling this face makeup right now. She's looking mighty good. So I'm gonna use this to highlight the tops of my cheekbones because this is so beautiful. Look at this. Oh, this is so pretty. If this is something that you have been wanting, I constantly say this all the time, but you need this in your makeup kit. Trust me, you do. For the bronzer to set the cream contour, we're going to use this bronzer shade, the same one from the next 3-step sculpting. I'm going to use my MAC brush, and I'm going to just to set it in place, I'm just going to kind of stamp it on and then very slightly kind of blend it. Feel like you added too much, you can always blend. That's what I'm about to do because I feel like this looks like a lot right now. I have a brush here, just kind of blend everything together. And I have my e.l.f. blush palette. This is in the shade Dark, and I absolutely love this palette. It's so good, so universal. I pretty much use it on everyone. It's amazing. So I'm actually going to use this color right here. I don't know the name of it. It doesn't have any names. I'm just going to put that right on my cheeks. I normally go a little heavier than normal for blush because that's what tends to fade out the quickest. I'm going to actually mix these two colors together and add a little bit more highlight. Going to move on to the brows because I'm sure you've been wanting to see how I do the brows, and of course we're going to brush them out, the brush hairs. I'm actually going to use the same brush. And again, I have my soft brown pomade right here. Oh, by the way, I actually waxed my eyebrows the other day because I waxed my own personal armpits. I always wax my armpits myself, and I was like, you know what, let me just do my eyebrows, why not? So I did them. I guess I cleaned them up, you can say, because I was like, oh snap, I thought I took out too much hair here, but no, I didn't. I didn't do too bad of a job. I mean, I have super thin eyebrows, so it's not like, you know, too crazy. And I really like using this brush from MUA Cosmetics there. And for this one, we're going to use the purple shade, which is Big Wig and Ginger together. So we're going to mix these two shades here. For lip products, I have this big MUA Cosmetics little storage thing that does fit in my travel set and my travel kit. This is Galactic, some KKW, and then these are my lip liners and some more lip products down here. The Nude 2 KKW lip liner. Wow, this is really nice. I'm gonna use my personal lipstick because I bought the Saucy Gal lipstick. I'm kind of cheating here, but I to try this one. So I was indecisive with these of Power Play and this one when I bought the palette. But I forgot to mention how creamy this is. In my personal makeup kit for my clients, I have 3 different makeup setting sprays. This is a seal all the deal. This is like hairspray. This is not going to move your face at all throughout the day. This is what I use for my clients for weddings, and if they are more on the dry side, I use my little Tatcha Luminous Dewy Skin Mist. And normally if I just don't want to reach any of them, I just use my Urban Decay All Nighter. Again, a really good setting spray. If you can't afford the Urban Decay one, the Milani setting spray is just as good. For my skin, we're gonna use this girl today. Fan. This is what I use on my clients. I don't have one for myself. Oh my gosh, it's hard to breathe. If you don't have this, I highly recommend you getting it. It's super affordable on Amazon. I mean, super easy. It does battery operated and you can always charge it too. It has a little adapter here. With that being said, this is the end of the eye makeup look. I hope you enjoyed watching this video, and if you want to see anything else in particular, please leave it in the comment section down below. And if you enjoy these kinds of videos for my makeup kit, give me a little thumbs up. Lets me know that you enjoyed this tutorial. And that is all that I have to share with you today. I hope you're staying safe out there wherever you are, and I hope that this video kind of distracted you wherever you may be, and I will catch you on my next video. Toodles!